Hello guys, and welcome back to the third lesson of Introduction to Ancient Greek. This lesson will be on verbs, and as always, these lessons are to make Ancient Greek and Latin more accessible to all those who can't access it. And also, big shout out to the Shelmerdine Introduction to Greek 3rd edition, as that is the book that these lessons are inspired and based on. Just like in English, Ancient Greek declines its verbs, as you can see here with the verb to take. I take, you take, he, she, it takes, we take, you take, they take. Although it's not a big difference, he, she, it takes is adding an S, therefore it is declining it. So here's an example of a declension in English. And this is another example of a verb conjugation in English. So we have to be. I am, you are, he, she, it is, we are, you are, they are. We conjugate the word to be. So in Greek, every verb has 6 principal parts, which basically tell you what tense it is. So if it comes from the first principal part, it is present. That will be the one we are looking at today, so I would not worry too much about principal parts, but if you get more into Greek, they are a very big part of verbs. So these are the present forms of pauo, the verb to stop. So I is pauo, you is paues, he, she, it is paue, we is pauomen, you is pauete, and they is pausi. These are the regular endings of regular first conjugation verbs. This is another example of regular verb endings. This is the verb akuo, to hear. So for I hear is akuo, for you hear it's akues, for he, she, it hears it's akue, for we hear it's akuomen, for you plural here it's akuete, and for they plural here it is akuosi. So this is the verb to have, and now we're going to try to put it all together. So take off the omega and add the endings you see on the right column. Those are the regular endings for regular verbs. And if you add those to ek, which is the stem, you should get the conjugations of echo. So try that out. Alright, so yeah, if you took the stem and put on the regular endings, you would have echo, ekes, eke, ekomen, ekete, and okusen. So in Greek, there are a lot of irregular verbs. But this is going to be the only real one we're going to look at. As it is very, very, very common, and also it's not super irregular. There you can see a small pattern, and it is amy, which is the verb to be. This one is definitely worth memorizing because you see it a lot. So just for reference, for some activities we're going to be doing, these are the regular endings you're going to want to be coming back to. So here's just a chart of them. Quick reminder, we don't need a pronoun like we do in English. The ending of the verb tells us who is doing the verb. Alright, so for this exercise, I'm going to give you a verb, and these are all verbs we've done that we've covered in this lesson, and I want you to tell me what the translation is. So this is akues, which comes from akuo, which is the verb to hear. So you can go back to the chart I just showed you and figure out the translation of it. So this translates as you, singular, hear. Take a stab at this one. This comes from echo, which is the verb to have. This translates to we have, ekomen. Now try this one. This is the verb to love. This translates to I love. Alright, now try this one. This one comes from pauo, which is the verb to stop. And this translates to they, plural, stop. This one's tricky. This one comes from amy, which is an irregular verb, so feel free to go back in the lesson and look at those endings. But this one translates to he, she, it is. Alright, now try this one out. And this translates to we like, phileomen. Now we're going to try the other way. So I'm going to give you an English translation and you're going to give me the ancient Greek verb form. So we're going to start with I stop, This comes from the verb powwow, and remember, it is a regular verb, so it has regular endings, so that should help you. So this verb form would be powwow. This one's tricky. We're going to try you are in the singular, and it comes from the irregular verb Amy, so feel free to look back. And the verb form is a, meaning you are. This is going to be our last one. It is he, she, it, has. So take a stab at that. And that verb form is eke. That is the end of this lesson. Feel free to go back to this lesson or to previous lessons to get a refresher, and stay tuned for the next one.